We teach a lot about limiting beliefs, and I'm sure you've heard other people talk about limiting beliefs, but maybe you don't quite understand what they are and what they can do. So I'm going to share a limiting belief that I had held for most of my life and the effects of that. So one of the limiting beliefs that has caused me the most suffering in my life was the belief that I wasn't worthy of better, or that I wasn't worthy of love. That belief, since I had that belief, I now projected the energy of someone that wasn't worthy of love. So I would continue to find partners that I wasn't compatible with and that they didn't really love me because that's the energy I was putting out. It wasn't until I was so fed up with my life, I hated the consequences of this, and I didn't know that this was what led to all these consequences. I hadn't gotten that far in my spiritual journey yet. So I finally got to a place that I was like, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I will find a way out. I don't know what out is, but something out has got to be better than in. I can't be in this situation anymore. So I started to just love myself. I started to see my value because nobody else did. But I was starting to see value in myself. I was starting to see, even though I was at rock bottom, I was starting to see that there was more to me than what I was facing. So I started to tell myself I'm worthy of more, I deserve better. But I started to see my worth. And once I started to care about myself, I attracted someone into my life that loves me for me. One that allowed me to be authentic. You know, I'm a highly tattooed woman. I'm a channeler. I'm not a normal parent. I don't do anything normal. There's nothing normal really happens in my life. I try to not be normal. There's just something in me that's always like, fight the system, fight the system, fight it with love. So that's what I've been doing now that I'm not suffering. And I was like that before I allowed myself to suffer so much. Now, as I sit here to this day with the consequences of the actions that I made because I didn't feel worthy, I'm sharing with you, if you don't love yourself, fucking start now. Start today. There's a lot of hurt that goes on when you don't feel worthy. And if you have relationships in it, you're hurting them too, whether you see it or not. When two people that aren't worthy come together, they just hurt one another. There's no way around it, unless you can build each other up, which is extremely possible, but you have to be in a good mental state mindset to be able to do that. So my advice to you is love yourself. If you don't now, find little ways to do it. Are there things in you that you see in other people and you give value to them when they're in others? If you do, start to give value to those things within you, because they're within you. That's why you resonate with them, and that's why you see it in them. I would do that. I would see somebody be like, God, you're so free-spirited. I love that about you. And they'd be like, you are too. And I'd be like, no, I'm not. But it's because I wouldn't allow myself to see my true self. So another thing we teach besides limiting beliefs is our ego. And one of the roles of our ego is our ego protects our beliefs. So I had the belief that I wasn't worthy. So my ego would be like, okay, she wants this to be true for her, so I will keep this true for her. So if I tried to break out of that where I felt worthy, it'd be like, no, you're not worthy. So the ego's job is to keep your containers. And when you are free of the box or the container or the limitation and you don't want it anymore, you have to voice it to the ego, the energy that's trying to protect it to keep it true for you. So it like puts a lens to keep that true for you. So if you want to remove the lens and you want to feel valued and you want to have the feeling of worthiness, ask ego, start to fight for it. Be like, hey, I love myself. I'm taking steps. I give myself salt baths. I go for a walk. I do positive affirmations. I tell myself I am worthy of love. I am a safe space. I am desirable. I am allowed to be authentically me. So if you change your belief, your ego will now protect the belief that you are worthy of love. And now your life can start to reflect it. You'll start to have relationships that reflect they love you. People will give you and provide a safe space for you because you are providing a safe space for yourself. Have healthy boundaries. And if you put up boundaries in a relationship and people don't accept the boundaries, you can tell that person to fuck right off. You make the choices. And you're the one that deals with the consequences of the choices you make. Nobody else. You know, other people might be affected by your choices and consequences, but not to the effect that you will be. So it's time to take accountability for the shit you've done in your life. Take accountability for these limiting beliefs that have kept you from experiencing happiness, that have kept you from experiencing love. Tell them to fuck right off and say, I'm love. I'm worthy of love. I'm unconditionally loved. The creator of the universe loves me unconditionally. I have spirit guides that love me. There's people scattered everywhere, spread around everywhere that love me. Even if you don't think it's true, your ego will protect it like it is. So you keep chugging along and tell yourself it is. You know, there's a saying, believe it until you achieve it. And I'm a firm believer in that. Because everything is beliefs, our whole reality. Everything I see is because I believe it to be there. No, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of the universe and me. I love you unconditionally. No matter what you've been through, let it go. Let your suffering go. Let your suffering drop it. You don't need to carry this weight or this unworthiness anymore. These limiting beliefs need plucked like weeds out of a garden so good things can grow. So no, you are loved. So go love yourself. If you don't know how, we have all kinds of videos on like 5 affirmations for self-love or tips for self-love. We channel Marcus, who was an aspect of Krishna, who teaches self-love and unconditional love. If you don't like us, we can help you find somebody else that teaches these things. Aaron Doty, Sarah Prout, Tony Robbins, all these people teach these types of principles to you. So if you don't resonate with me, find someone that you do resonate with. And if you do resonate with us, then continue on your journey with us, and we will all go up this damn mountain together to the blue heavens, to the mountain of enlightenment. Let's all go together. So know you are loved. Get rid of this feeling of unworthiness. It's fucking lame. You deserve better. If you enjoyed this video, check out one of these videos that we have on YouTube to learn more about self-love. Be kind, be brave, be hopeful, be loved. You are loved. Thanks for watching.